So you said it had been a nightmare to build. How are you feeling right now? A bit of a nightmare?
I'm feeling very happy at the moment, and it's turned out to be quite a nice nightmare.
Because it's your first wars, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, the Plunderbird team weigh about as much as your flipper can flip. Is that the main tactic?
Well, yes, that and a fair bit of ramming and just hopefully a bit of damage. I'll let you know in 5 minutes.
Hey, Jules. Word in your shell like.
Yes, Mike.
We found out that other teams have been using tactics. We don't like tactics, do we, Brian?
No, we don't like any small minty things.
They're all mad in Hampshire.
Roboteers, stand by.
Brian Kilburn is available for stand-up comedy. There's Knightmare. And at the controls, Lee Summer, 14-year-old pupil at King Edward VII College. And there's Mike Onslow and Brian Kilburn, weapons operator of Plunderbird 4. And they'll be the favourites here. Knightmare with, like Plunderbird 2, a wedge shape, quite classic to Robot Wars. There's the flipper as well. Very similar to Roadblock, earlier champions of Robot Wars. Bash and crash together. Panels from motorway signs took 12 weeks to make Knightmare. For new competitors, has a self-riding mechanism riding up there onto the slicer dicer of Plunderbird 4, and they're stuck together. So it'll be Mike Onslow's job. He was on the right there to try and drag Plunderbird 4 away. Oh, now I wonder who will have the greater power of these two. You see now the ref bot coming in to separate the two robots because they were going nowhere. At the controls, Mike Onslow, the sculpture model maker. Loves his flying, loves his paragliding. Oh, but can he glide Plunderbird 4 back down to Earth? That's where they were vulnerable, and remember we saw it earlier on when they were already through. It was a key tactic to be picked up, and Knightmare picked up on it. They flicked Plunderbird 4 up and over. Now the house robots can come in, Matilda and Shunt. And of course, Kilolot's always there or thereabouts. If they're immobilised for 30 seconds, they're out of the competition. Knightmare will be looking to go through. Dead metal here. Slicing down on Plunderbird 4. They have been amazing fun. They arrive by helicopter. Great design. They can sing a little too. Don't ask them to. It's horrendous. But they are wonderful competitors, Mike Onslow and Brian Kilburn. It has been a privilege to have them with us once again. But boys, after that big build-up, get out of here. Go on home. We don't want you anymore. Because you're beaten, and there's no place on the Robot Wars history board or Hall of Fame for losers. Out you go, lads. And you'll be back, I know, next year. Apparently they plan to arrive by stealth bomber. We'll wait and see that one. There's Kilolot about to bomb them out. Up and over. And a tactical war waged by Knightmare. And they did well here. But it's been fun to have the Plunderbird 4 team with us. And Kilolot's about to end it all. Serve, Kilolot, if you please. Boys from Hampshire, back you go. To your uniforms and your sunglasses and your weird weekends.
Dearie me, Plunderbird 4 have a bad dream. The Knightmare goes through. Hey, you've been making a lot of noise in the pits about how well you're going to do, how you're going to beat everyone up. You're not making so much noise now, are you?
Well, it's a slight mechanical malfunction, but actually before we leave you for this war,
yeah,
we'd actually like
you
to
can
make
have
some
it, you
noise
can
of our
have
own. Right, listen you lot, follow me. Shout out loud, make lots of noise.
Shout out loud, make lots of noise.
There's damage to be done by the Plunderbird boys.
There's damage to be done by the Plunderbird boys.
Gonna stamp on you, gonna hit you hard.
Gonna stamp on you, gonna hit you hard.
Gonna send your robot to the breaker's yard.
Gonna send your robot to the breaker's yard.
What's the word? Plunderbird! Thank you very much. We will be back.
I'm sure you will, lads. Nice cheers. Look after yourselves. Well, you got rid of the noisy lads.
Yes.
You're through to the final.
Yeah, it's nice to be the underdog and win.
And you're taking on Scudder, so it could be a decent fight. That he's
Yeah.
not that hard a robot. Although he won't thank me for saying so.
No, he probably won't, no, but we'll give as much as we can take.
Were they giving you a bit of verbal back there as well?
In the kindest way, yeah. We can cope with that.
Oh, you're being very generous. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Knightmare! Well done, lads.
Plunderbird, you must be gutted.
Well, due to the ignominious intervention of the house robots, we have a little superficial damage.
How do you think the other team did?
Nothing that some sticky back plastic won't solve. But still, we're a little miffed and think that some retribution is in order.
But don't forget, we will
Be back!
I tried.
Jules, give me the microphone. For goodness sake, they're going to start singing again. Thank goodness for that. Plunderbird 4, they've gone. Spawn of Scudder against Knightmare in the Heat final. Promise to be a crunch, a mash, a bash.